Hey guys, Lincoln264. Now I've just purchased something and it's going to make things very, well, I won't say very different, but it's going to bring something new to my channel eventually when I decide what I actually want to do. I just purchased a 3DS capture board installation from www.3dscapture.com. I believe it's .com anyway. Let me just have a look here. Yes, 3dscapture.com. Basically, I have today sent out my 3DS to Salt Lake City in Utah, and for that privilege I paid $290 US, which was £200.70. It's a lot of money, but for the quality of the recordings and the ease of use of it, and the fact that I'll actually be able to record DS and 3DS games, and I suppose also 3DS eShop games, basically forever, and that'll bring the resale value of my 3DS when I probably eventually will sell. I'll probably actually, because I've paid so much for this, I'll probably never sell my 3DS because of the capability that I'll have. But it'll definitely increase the resale value of it astronomically. But yeah, I've just purchased that, so in the future, I've been wanting to do DS games for a while. There's a few DS games I really wanted to do, and I'll be able to do them without emulators now. I mean, no slowdown. 3DS emulators are really difficult to record from as it is, in terms of splitting the screens and things like that and editing it. I've tried it before, not as starting a let's play for it, just like, you know, test recording and stuff, and it hasn't worked properly. I haven't been able to really get a feel for how to do it. The beauty of this with the 3DS capture board is I can have the top screen in one window and the bottom screen in another window and record them simultaneously as two different videos. I believe that's how I'm believing it's working. So I'll have two separate files, two separate videos of the top screen and the bottom screen, and that'll make it so much easier than just recording like that, the top screen and the bottom screen like in half in one video file. That's really what I didn't like about 3DS emulators, DS emulators, sorry, there ain't no 3DS emulators at the point of making this video. So yeah, I've ordered that now, I've sent my 3DS in, hopefully within about 2 weeks, so it's the 12th of the 3rd now, hopefully within about 2 weeks that will be back, because I paid the extra $10 for like express shipping. So once he's finished with it, once he's installed it and sent it out, it'll take 3 to 5 days instead of 6 to 10 days. For an extra $10, I might as well have done, which is probably about £6-7. In fact, how much is the extra $10? 10 in pounds. It's £6.72. What's £6.72? That's no for me. That's an hour and about 5 minutes wage. I get paid £6.20 an hour, so that's no. So yeah, I've been wanting to do this for a long time. I did my favourites for so long, and it's finally been sent out and finally been paid for. And yeah, from the quality of the videos that I've seen so far, it's quite amazing. It did originally do DS Fats, the original DS, which I was going to buy one of them and get that done. It is a lot cheaper, but I thought, well, I've got 3DS, why buy an original DS and have that done and only have the ability to do DS games when I can just send my 3DS and have the ability to do DS, 3DS and 3DS eShop games. I mean, I've only got one 3DS eShop game, which is Link's Awakening DX, but I sort of wish I hadn't sold my original 3DS, because I had the 10 free Ambassador program games, but you know, you live and learn. So this 3DS I'll probably never sell. So that's been done, and once I've been test recording and stuff, we'll see what happens. I only got one 3DS game and one DS game at the minute. But that brings me on to another point. When I bought Pokemon Black 2, Pokemon White 2, I've now sold it. I didn't like it very much. It was pretty much the same game. I didn't like it too much. When I bought Pokemon White 2, I explained that on my Pokemon White cartridge, I'm trying to catch them all. I can't remember how many offhand I've got at the minute. I've got quite a lot. So I said in that video that I'll eventually make a video showing you exactly what it is, exactly what I've got, going through my Pokemon boxes, going through my PC boxes, sorry, because they're all sorted out by Pokédex number, which took a bit of a ball ache at the start, but you know, it's done now and it's all good. So yeah, that'll make the actual making of the video so much easier and so much better quality. So yeah, possible DS and 3DS Let's Plays eventually. Like I say, I've got a few in mind that I've always wanted to do. Some I don't really want to do anymore, but I'll explain. It gives me the ability to record some, and that's great. Things like New Super Mario Brothers, New Super Mario Brothers 2, which I haven't played, Mario 3D Land, Ocarina of Time 3D, maybe Star Fox 64 3D. Didn't play the original Star Fox 64, or Lilac Wars as it was known in Europe, maybe not Europe, maybe just the UK, because there was a copyright thing with the name Star Fox, which is why our Star Fox for the Super Nintendo was called Star Wing. But I digress. Which, to be quite honest, I love the name Star Wing better. But, you know, so yeah, things like that. What else have we got? I suppose maybe in the future a Pokemon game. There's enough of them out there. Pokemon, you know, Diamond, Pearl, Platinum. Don't particularly like them, but you know, that's my least favourite generation. Anyway, I couldn't get into Diamond, Pearl, Platinum. No idea why. Just Heart Gold, Soul Silver, White, Black, White 2, Black 2. Yeah. And of course, eventually when it does come out in 6 months, Pokemon X and Y. And then eventually Pokemon Z. And Z. You know it's going to be Z, come on. But yeah, there is another game that I'd like to maybe try, but I played the demo that I downloaded from the 3DS eShop and I didn't like it, which was I was really disappointed with it. Metal Gear Solid Snake Eater 3D. I'll be right back, guys. Sorry about that, guys. I can't remember what I was talking about now. I honestly can't remember. But yeah, 3DS capture board installation. You can actually just buy. No, I don't think you can you? No, you can't buy the board so you can fit it yourself. With the original Fat DS, you could buy the board and just install it yourself. But even if you could do that, I wouldn't do it because, knowing me, I'd just knacker my 3DS. I've tried things like this before. It hasn't really gone off so well. So yeah, another thing which I've been meaning to make a vlog about for ages, and I didn't particularly want to. I don't like mixing my vlogs. If I'm going to talk about one thing, I'll talk about one thing and leave the other thing for another day. But as soon as I've already got the camera out and I'm doing it now, I've pre-ordered Ouya. Get down. I've pre-ordered my Ouya, which is an Android-based games console, basically. I'm sure you'll all have heard about it. It was a Kickstarter project, which was, to my knowledge, I think it's the highest or the fastest. I can't actually remember. Let's have a look, shall we? This is going quite slow because I'm rendering Metal Gear Solid 4. Yay, I can talk about that now as well. Right, it is the becoming the website or the weapons becoming the website's second highest earning project in history. It's coming out for retail in June. Because I didn't pre-order it, which I was going to, but I didn't have the funds by then. So I will probably get it in June. It's a $99 console. Let me just let the car out because it's annoying. Come on, you. Come on. Out. Good boy. Right. It's a $99 console. I got it for with shipping because obviously it's international shipping, as usual. I think I got it for about £120 or something like that, which still is amazing. It's going to be interesting seeing what sort of things I can let's play from it. Obviously, you can root it, which is as I understand it, that's the Android term for jailbreaking, soft modding, hacking, however you want to say it. It'll include the Twitch TV application, so it'll be a streaming. I could stream from it maybe, and access to OnLive, all the OnLive games, which you can do free trials of and stuff. So maybe it'll be an interesting thing to have, and that's one of the main reasons I've ordered it. And I've really wanted it since I first heard about it. So yeah, actually the people that pledged enough on Kickstarter, basically on Kickstarter you have like a list of, if you pledge so much you get this. Say you pledge $10, you'll get a thank you email, personalised or something like that, or a thank you name in a video saying thank you to all people. Say you pledge $100, you might get the console before anyone else, the first run, and you might get a limited edition, like it might be stamped with a number or something, I don't know. The people that did pledge enough to get the console during the Kickstarter campaign get it in March 28th, so that's 16 days, just over 2 weeks. So I'm guessing you're going to see a lot more Ouya videos on YouTube coming that day. So that might be interesting to look at. What am I going to use it for? Well, as it's HDMI, it'll be recording flawlessly using HD PVR2. And it might be a good thing, although I've got my PS3 for it and it's the best thing that I've ever used for it. Might be a good thing to watch videos from, off external hard drives. It may be a good thing. It may be a good YouTube watching device, because the PS3 and the Xbox, let's face it, PS3 definitely shite. Xbox a little bit better, but so yeah. And of course, because you can root it and things, and there's already so many Android apps out there for it, emulators. And of course, you know my stance on recording from emulators, but when you can record from them in HDMI like that, in such good quality, I'm hoping it's going to be like full screen. You'll see pixels, and you know, I like with old style games. Let's just say NES for example, or Game Boy, original Game Boy. Every block, every pixel. I don't like rounding. I don't like smoothing. I like to see everything, and certain things don't do that very well. Obviously, things like Visual Boy Advance do it exceptionally well. So I'm hoping that the Ouya will be able to do something like that. The only things that I'd really emulate and record as Let's Plays from the Ouya, which is one of the main reasons I bought it, is Game Boy, Game Boy Color and Game Boy Advance. And things, unless and this is a probably big but and a big unless. The Wii U eShop Virtual Console starts doing Game Boy Color, Game Boy Advance, which I don't think it will because they're on the 3DS. But recording from the 3DS, emulated, well, it won't be emulated, would it? It would be downloaded 3DS game, downloaded from the eShop, Game Boy games, and having Ouya 1080p with that capability. It's a no-brainer. I'd rather do that. But yeah, what else would I emulate? Only for my own personal pleasure. I'd probably have emulators for everything: NES, SNES, N64. It might have the capability of doing PlayStation, but I can play PlayStation games anyway. PS2, PS3 games, so that's probably not going to be something. Apart from that, what else? Sega, Mega Drive, Genesis. Although there ain't a right lot of games that I could play, or that I'd like to play, or at least do Let's Plays of. But then again, I have the Sega Mega Drive Ultimate Collection thing for Xbox 360. So I can record from that with HDMI anyway. So, yeah, there's lots of ways around different things. And, like I say, there are Game Boy Color, Game Boy Advance games that I really, really want to play. Game Boy Advance in particular. But I'm waiting until I get my Ouya and I can do it emulated in 1080p beautifully. Hopefully no lag, there shouldn't be any problems. I mean, you know, it's got a 1.7 GHz quad-core ARM Cortex A9 processor, and, you know, Android 4.1 Jelly Bean, which is, I'm guessing, the latest version. I'm not sure. I'm not an Android person. So, we'll have to see what happens. It should be a beast of a machine, to be honest. I'm wondering if the memory, the RAM, is upgradable. It's got a gig in it, but obviously you can open it up, you can do whatever the hell you want with it. I'm wondering if you can get to a 4 gig in. Would it even utilise that much? I'm not sure. But I'm guessing it'll just be laptop memory. What would it be? DDR... laptop memory? It'd be DDR3, wouldn't it? I'm trying to think what's in mine. I'm sure it's DDR3, yeah. Yeah, sure it is. But yeah, I'm ranting on about that enough now. There is more things I want to talk about in vlogs, but I am going to save them for other days. So guys, with that being said, 2 very big announcements. 2 things that are really going to help my channel, which is different for a vlog, where I usually talk shit and eat shit. Speaking of eating shit, that's for another vlog. So until then guys, I've been Link264. Tell me what you think about the 3DS capture board. I'll leave a link to the website in the description. Check it out for yourself. It's a really good little thing, and I really wanted to get it now because he might not be doing it forever. Keep that in mind if you are planning on getting something like that. And until then guys, take care.